What's going on, guys? Bengal again here, coming back at you with another video. Today, rebuilding the New York Jets. This is a team that has good potential for the future. They went big on offense in the draft and in the offseason, really. Their defense remains not good. I think Carl Lawson is a super underrated pickup. Carl Lawson is so good. How good is he going to be in Robert Saleh's defense in 2021? Who knows, but was unreal last year for the Bengals. On offense, you have guys like Mekhi Becton. You invested heavily in the O-line with Elijah Vera Tucker. Of course, Zach Wilson. I don't know if you guys know about him. Number 2 overall pick out of BYU at quarterback. I love what they did in getting Elijah Moore out of Ole Miss. Michael Carter out of UNC. There's a lot to love on this team. Let's go ahead and really talk about it. Okay, so the offense, great potential for the future. Talked about Mekhi Becton and Elijah Vera Tucker. Also have Connor McGovern, Alex Lewis, Morgan Moses. That's not great. It's not terrible right now. I'm starting Chris Herndon over Tyler Kroft. A healthy and not doing illegal substances in the NFL, Chris Herndon is a great player. Really is. At wide receiver, brought in Corey Davis. Gotta like that. Love Elijah Moore. I thought he was a top 25 player in the draft. Elijah Moore is a stud. I honestly want him playing over Jamison Crowder for the future, just because Crowder's 28. But I'm not sure if I'm going to do that just yet. Maybe I will. Elijah Moore is 21. He's going to develop really quickly because of his age and is already pretty good. Stud player. And then, of course, Zach Wilson is who this is all focused around. The 22-year-old rookie quarterback out of BYU has a cannon. It's amazing his short accuracy is so much better than his deep accuracy. But Zach Wilson is overall just a stud in the making, potentially. The only problem I really had with him while watching him at BYU is he plays a little bit of hero ball too much, and he won't take what the defense gives him. He's like me in Madden from time to time. But really, didn't throw too many interceptions. He's incredibly accurate. Just probably has to stop playing so much hero ball in the NFL. We'll have to see how it goes, but I think Zach Wilson can be a stud. And then Michael Carter, of course, is going to start over Tevin Coleman. It's just an age thing. Loved Michael Carter at North Carolina. I think it was really tough to decide who was better between him and Javonte Williams in the draft. I ended up going with Javonte Williams, but I think Michael Carter can be very, very good in the NFL and hopefully have a great rookie year. On defense, it's pretty ugly. Like, getting CJ Mosley back after him opting out is pretty big. LaMarcus Joyner is a Band-Aid at this point. He's 30 years old. He's not going to be anything for us in this rebuild, unfortunately. Ashton Davis, on the other hand, could be at just 24 years old. Star dev. He might even start right away. LaMarcus Joyner could move to corner, and he'll be our starting slot. And corner's really, really, really bad. Corner's really bad. So LaMarcus Joyner is going to help out, and then Ashton Davis can start. That isn't the worst thing in the world. That really isn't too bad, because we can't be starting Bless Austin and Bryce Hall and Javelin Guidry, Corey Ballantyne. That's a bad group of corners. I'm going to be real. Marcus May is pretty good, and then Jared Davis and Blake Cashman, not the best. Hampson Nasirildeen could be good safety at Florida State. Going to play weak side linebacker. Blake Cashman really has the most potential of these guys. CJ Mosley's not our answer long term. At 29, he's going to start regressing, but it's good for right now. And then on the defensive line, there is a lot to like, actually. Carl Lawson, love him. Quinn Williams, stud. And then Sheldon Rankins, who they brought in, is a pretty good player. Kind of shocked he doesn't have star dev. Former first-round pick. Has been a good player. Normal dev and 78 overall. Feels a little low. And then John Franklin Myers is pretty good as well. Fularunzu, Fatakasi as well. Nathan Shepard, Vinny Curry. There's some good depth as well. But am I going to make any trades year one? I don't know, actually. I don't know. Maybe not. Ooh. So Jamison Crowder is going to be free agent, as is LaMarcus Joyner. Franklin Myers we want to keep. Okay, no, I am going to make some trades. So I am going to do realistic rebuilds down the line when I actually make the draft class for the 2022 NFL draft and we get actual prospects. But for now, these kind of have a fantasy feel to it, so I will be trading players and building for the future. So for some of these expiring contracts, I am going to get rid of them. Just makes sense. Okay, so big first trade, CJ Mosley, Jamison Crowder, and a third for a first from Atlanta. CJ Mosley and Jamison Crowder just were not a part of the long-term picture, unfortunately. Like, I hate to trade players that are like some of the best on the team, but they just are not it. They're going to regress based on their age. It's just how it works at 28 in the game. We needed to make a move. We are 2-4 at the midseason mark. Not exactly playing all that well, but this is a rebuilding year. We're fine with that. And we need to think about re-signing some of our best players long-term. Morgan Moses and Keelan Cole being 28 and 30 in normal dev really doesn't appeal to me. John Franklin Myers is the big one. Super young, definitely really talented. I would sign him to a 6-year deal, honestly. Just lock him up till he's 30. He's going to be really good. He's going to get up into the mid to maybe even high 80s, depending on what happens. And then Marcus May, 4 years is a little bit too much for him. But a 3-year deal with some more money, I would be down for. He wants a bigger bonus and he wants a longer contract. We all want things, Marcus. It's not going to happen. What about LaMarcus? I'm not going to trade him. I should trade him, but the interest isn't there. I might try and trade Morgan Moses and Keelan Cole. Again, they are not part of the long-term future. They're not part of it. And they have expiring contracts. It would make sense to move those guys. Trading Keelan Cole and Morgan Moses at a 4th to the Vikings for a first-round pick next year. So we're not going to see that this year. But I think that's going to be important for next year. Again, guys that are not going to feature long-term on this team. I'm going to get whatever value I can. And we had a lot of value back, for sure. But I think I'm going to just simulate to the playoffs. Will we be a part of them? Unlikely. Unlikely, but that's where we're going. 4-13, missed the playoffs. We weren't the worst team in the league, but we definitely were pretty bad. Definitely pretty bad. As far as Zach Wilson's numbers go, I mean, it could be worse, just not really thrown for any touchdowns. Interceptions aren't terrible. Michael Carter wasn't particularly good. Receiving, Elijah Moore actually had a great rookie year. Really good rookie year. 1,100 yards and 96 catches, 6 TDs. Corey Davis over 1,000 yards. Chris Herndon over 900 yards. Nobody else even contributed at all. LaMarcus Joyner and Blake Cashman both had 100 tackles. Tackles for loss, 17 for Sheldon Rankins and 15 sacks for Carl Lawson. Really good year from Carl. 11 for Quinnen Williams, 7.5 for John Franklin Myers, 5.5 for Sheldon Rankins. We're actually putting up pretty good numbers defensively. So I like where we are with that. But clearly, this was not going to be our year, and I made sure of it by pretty much getting rid of anyone that could have helped us compete, who was not going to be on the team next year, which I don't regret, because we're starting the offseason. That's where this rebuild really begins. With free agency, we have a ton of money, and in the NFL draft, we can get a ton of talent. The Panthers beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Their playbook is so good. Christian McCaffrey not only won Super Bowl MVP, he won NFL MVP. Urban Meyer won Coach of the Year. Christian McCaffrey, Offensive Player of the Year. J.J. Watt, Defensive Player of the Year with the Cardinals. And Zaven Collins, Defensive Rookie of the Year with the Cardinals. Their defense was balling out. Justin Fields won Offensive Rookie of the Year. But it is off-season time. Time to bring back maybe Marcus May. He might get franchise tagged again, honestly. That might be the best move. Did he regress? He didn't. Well, maybe he did. He regressed slightly. That's why I don't want to sign him to a 3-year deal. Joyner regressed. He's our best option at corner right now. Are you expensive? Not really. Not really. He's going to be back for next year at least. We're going to let Folorenzo Fatukasi walk. Alex Lewis walk. Chris Herndon got star dev. I think we're going to try and keep him. 5-year deal for him. He's going to be okay. I'm not sure that he's our long-term starter at the position, but he's at least fine for right now. And Marcus May, it's going to be a 2-year offer now, and then I'm going to franchise tag him when he declines. I don't care if you're interested in signing. You're getting franchise tagged. He's getting 13.5 for this year, but the money really doesn't matter to us right now. We still have a ton of available salary cap. We're going to be really good in free agency. So we can pretty much get whoever we want. I'm probably going to focus on the defense side of the ball, at least for right now. And Tyrann Mathieu would definitely be a huge help, as would JC Jackson. All right, there are definitely some players in here that can help us, for sure. Carl Lawson, by the way, is up to superstar development. That's what I'm talking about. We want to figure out what our defense is going to be. I think we're going to stay in the 4-3, but that means we need a better left end. Because John Franklin Myers, I probably want to move inside to defensive tackle. I don't have to, though. We're also going to increase the likelihood of free safeties and strong safeties signing in free agency, because we're going after Tyrann Mathieu, and that could be really helpful. And we had a very big free agency. J.C. Jackson, Foyesade Oluokun, Leighton Vander Esch, and Tyrann Mathieu. This was a very big free agency for us. Didn't really do too much on offense, as you can tell, but we really wanted to commit to upgrading the defense. And those are 4 potential starters on defense. And like Leighton Vander Esch and Foyesade Oluokun are not crazy high overalls or anything, but they should be in a position to start. Maybe Leighton Vander Esch plays Mike. I think we could definitely be happy with that. Maybe we'll leave Oluokun there. He's probably a little bit worse as a pass rusher. Yeah, so we'll leave him at Mike. And then Blake Cashman, he should be at right outside linebacker. I don't know why he would be listed at left outside linebacker despite being a right outside linebacker. Star dev for him is big. And then Tyrann Mathieu is a massive addition. So my plan for year 1 is this. John Franklin Myers eventually, even if it's not now, will move to D-tackle. Just will. Tyrann Mathieu, I think for year 1, is going to play corner. Obviously, if you follow Tyrann Mathieu's career, he's been an extremely versatile player for a long time, playing a lot of slot cornerback and doing so at a very high level. So we could have him play cornerback, no problem. And then when we don't re-sign Marcus May, which, let's be honest, that's probably what it's going to come to, Tyrann Mathieu moves back to safety, and we should be able to draft a corner or two so that we don't have to rely on LaMarcus Joyner. So in the draft, I'm looking at a safety potentially to play over Ashton Davis or Marcus May if I leave Tyrann Mathieu at corner. It depends what the draft class looks like. Definitely a corner or 2, and then a pass rusher off the edge to move John Franklin Myers inside. And then when Sheldon Rankin's contract eventually runs out, which it will, we are not, in a bad spot because he leaves at the end of this year. So very happy with that. On offense, we are looking at receiver, potentially running back, and offensive line, and maybe tight end. I mean, there's still a lot of holes on this team. I think we've definitely taken a huge step in the right direction, but we'll see what the draft has in store. We have the number 1 overall pick. So maybe we were actually the worst team in the league. I said we weren't. We were. That white glitch is going to go away in a new update for Madden. Don't you guys worry about that. 4 quarterbacks to start. 5, then a guard. And then 3 more quarterbacks. And then another. That's a lot of quarterbacks. Not all of them are all that good. Early first rounder in the second there, David Barnett. Holy hell. This quarterback class looks ridiculous. Look at some of these guys. LeCamber Cox looks amazing. Got a crazy name too. Steven Redding looks really good. I'm not going to take a quarterback because we really don't need one. But wow, like, they look pretty good. It's an interesting draft class, honestly. I'm absolutely not going to pick anyone at number 1 overall. This pick is way too valuable. I'm not going to take a pick here. It costs a lot to get a player here, by the way, with the salary cap associated with the number 1 overall spot. So I'm going to trade this pick very easily. Not think twice about it. Okay, trading the number 1 overall pick, a 5th this year and a 3rd next year to get number 9 from the Giants next year, projected. The Giants also picked 2nd in this draft. So we're trading across locker rooms here. It's a 2nd round pick this year, and we're also getting a 3rd next year. So it's a swap of 3rds next year, and we're trading a 5th to get a 2nd, and it's a swap of 1st this year / next year. So I just didn't see the value in picking when it's just going to be straight quarterbacks. So the Giants have the first 2 picks here. And as a Giants fan myself, I'm giving them the best shot to take their quarterback of the future. Those are my real motives revealed. Greg Barclay is interesting. That's our next LaMarcus Joyner. He's definitely a really good athlete, definitely a good player. This is kind of a tough pick for me at number 10. I like Gregory Pearson a lot as a 3rd receiver. Think he's really good. I think Nick Pamphile looks really good as well. Cameron Rose, another corner, looks really good. Aries Farrell looks awesome as a safety. And we could use a safety based on where we play Ashton Davis or Tyrann Mathieu. So Aries Farrell, first of all, sick name also. I think we go with the cornerback with this pick, though. Just great athlete. Next, LaMarcus Joyner, maybe. He's actually ranked the number 1 overall player in the class. The reason I'm not super excited about that is he's only a 78 at number 1 with normal dev. Like, we've seen some better players, and that means the rest of this draft class is not particularly great. He's definitely pretty good, although not amazing, and the worst dev trait you can get. Normal is literally just slow from years past, but he's definitely good. He's the best player we could have taken, except for the dev trait's not good, which means maybe not. I'm going with Nick Pamphile here. Welcome to the team. He's really good. Number 6 in the class. Took him at number 19. Star or better development. 82 power moves, 81 speed. Good strength. Block shedding is not particularly good. It's nice at 69. So is awareness. Nice. It's not great. He's definitely good, though. And that would facilitate a John Franklin Myers move to D-tackle. The draft class itself, it's not getting me super excited because I know it's not particularly stacked. And, when you take the number 1 overall player in the class, you can determine that just like that. I'm going to take Aries Farrell here at Oklahoma. He looks really good. Stud athlete, really good top skills. Welcome to the team. 77 overall, also normal development. Ranked number 5, took him at 34. Good speed, good zone coverage, good hit power, good pursuit. Tackling's not even too bad. Block shedding is super low. Definitely a solid player as well, but normal development. Say Taylor Villarreal here out of Florida State. Looks really good as well. I think there's a decent chance that he actually gets into start at some point. He's got star or better development. Ranked number 15, took him at 64. 88 speed. 88 speed, wow. Only 76 finesse moves. I like the way he looks, though. Maybe not more than the 77 overall we took right now, but long term, with that speed, block shedding's already pretty good. I think we can get his finesse moves up a lot. He looks like he could be a stud. Gonna take a receiver here. Theo Hartman, 71 overall, normal dev, ranked 78. We took him at 128. He's got long sleeves on the jersey. He's got like quarterback sleeves going on. Great short route running. Catching traffic's really good. That's our just classic white slot guy. And then our last pick of the draft is Nelly Evans. Dude can fly, ran 4.31, and he's named after Nelly, the rapper, aka Earl Meggett in the Longest Yard remake. So he's got to be good. He's nice. 69 overall, 95 speed. Not actually that bad. All right, let's set up this team. Honestly, stay with me here. What about, and this, people are not going to like this, what about a transition into a 3-4 as an option? Quinnen Williams, John Franklin Myers on the edge. Okay. Actually, Quinnen Williams would move inside for sure. Carl Lawson could stay at 3-4 defensive end just because of the way it would play in the game. Even though, like, that's not his profile, he could do it. Quinnen Williams would be our nose, essentially. John Franklin Myers could stay at end or move to D-tackle. Rankins is a backup at that point. Pamphile could stay at defensive end. And then we have the potential to move Lawson or Villarreal outside linebacker. And then Aluakun and Van Der Esch up the middle. Blake Cashman as a backup for right now. That's not the worst. Or just straight up John Franklin Myers to D-tackle right now and start Pamphile at left end. I think that's what we're going to do for this season. Sheldon Rankins is not going to be here next year, so don't really care about playing him too much. John Franklin Myers overall is, show me at least a 79. 82 at D-tackle. That was the move. Pamphile starts at left end. Again, I like the potential of Villarreal a lot. I'm really curious about what these development traits are, because if one of these guys has superstar or higher, they're going to start over the star guy for sure. Don't care about overall at that point. Villarreal is in a position where he could potentially start at outside linebacker. He's at least going to be a backup. And then maybe Pamphile there, and then Villarreal can come in. Ooh, I like the way this team is shaping up. Yeah, we're in a really good spot. Definitely in a really good spot. Barclay as a good third corner. The normal dev kind of sucks. Aries Farrell as well. But this is the way we're setting it up. Specialist, Pamphile, rush right end. Carl Lawson, rush left end. Or, where's John Franklin Myers? I got to regenerate the lineup to get him in there. All right. So I got to rechange some things. Tyrann Mathieu is slot corner. We like that. Got to change slot receiver. Denzel Mims is cool. He's cool. Elijah Moore is going to be in that role. I actually think this team could shock a lot of people. This team could end up being pretty good. So admittedly, we don't have the best team in the world right now. Greg Van Roten, Chuma Edoga, not great starters, but this is a transitional year, and we have a lot of potential. The defense looks really, really good. We invested heavily in the defense, and I think it's really going to show up this year. I think we're going to be really, really good. Hopefully, I'm not wrong about that, but I think we are going to be very, very solid. I'm trying to have Taylor Villarreal at like every backup position. He probably will have star dev, but in the event that it's higher than that, I want him to get as many snaps as possible. Wow, okay, we're 0-7. Huh. Why? Why? Why are we 0-7? That's actually ridiculously bad. I am actually very confused. Our defense seems to be allowing a lot of points, and our offense just isn't keeping up. Okay, it's going to be a rough year too, apparently. End of season 1, we would finish 7-10. Okay, so we just got off to the roughest of starts, and we actually ended up finishing really, really strong. So, yeah, it was a tough year for us, clearly. We lost, what is this? Our first 7 games in a row? But then for the rest of the year, I mean, we pretty much crushed it before getting beat by the Patriots. So you know what? It's a transitional year. We're figuring some things out, and they just weren't ready to go. But we definitely performed pretty well. I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about not performing, because no one expects us to be an unbelievable, amazing team in just year 2 with, you know, a second-year quarterback and a bunch of new players. We're just figuring it out. But it's time to see our development traits from the lineup. Show me some upgrades somewhere. Yes, okay, this is big. Zach Wilson, superstar dev. That's massive. That's massive. We'll check out stats in a minute, of course, too. Elijah Moore, superstar dev. I bet he had a crazy year. That's massive. That is so large for Elijah Moore and Zach Wilson. And then defensively, show me some good things. Okay, interesting. So Pamphile and Villarreal, both star dev. Not a huge surprise. I think some people are talking about the dev traits being overpowered, but it's like, if you picture normal as the worst development trait you can get, getting star is not crazy. Like, 5 players in the same draft class with the second worst dev trait isn't overpowered. And that's what happens most of the time. They're mostly star, and it's good. It's not crazy. Villarreal, 77. Pamphile, 80 overall. Leighton Vander Esch is up to Superstar X Factor. That has good potential. We like to see that. We're just developing slowly and steadily here. Team's starting to look pretty nice. Not going to lie. And yeah, I think we have a really good outlook for the future. In free agency and the draft, I'm focusing on improving the right side of my offensive line. Maybe even throw center in there as well. And maybe receiver and running back. But our biggest need clearly is on the offensive line. We're close. We aren't that far. We'll check out the stats and award from this year. Colin Kaepernick is just playing unbelievably well. Zach Wilson, 4,800 yards, 34 touchdowns, 13 picks. Really solid. Michael Carter, not really doing anything crazy. Receiving, Elijah Moore, 107 catches for 1,500 yards and 10 touchdowns. Herndon, over 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. Corey Davis was decent as well. Defensively, Foyesade Oluokun, 123 tackles, 6 for loss, a sack, and 4 picks. John Franklin Myers, 17 tackles for loss. Carl Lawson had 9 sacks that led the team. Interceptions, 4 for Oluokun, 3 for LVE, and Tyrann Mathieu, 2 for Ashton Davis. Is our defense holding us back? I know our offense wasn't crazy good. Defense was about the same. Okay, Kamara wins MVP. He's definitely really good. A lot of running backs in there. In fact, only 1 quarterback. NFC, what team am I doing? What video is this? Please don't tell me. The Jets. Okay, wow. AFC Offense Player of the Year is Mahomes. Zach Wilson at 6. Sorry, I went brain dead. Defensive Player of the Year is Jerry Hughes. Any Jets in there? No. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Eddie Trout, no relation to Mike. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year, Ashton Coleman. Nick Pamphile at 2. Greg Barclay at 4. Taylor Villarreal at 8. I think a way to look at this is, yeah, we went 7-10, right? But here's another way to look at this. We are 7-3 in our last 10 games. How about that? Quinnen Williams needs an extension. We have a lot of money. It's going to be a 5-year deal. Super okay with it. He's back. Marcus May, we've been franchise tagging. I don't have to do that anymore. He's not going to want to sign a 2-year deal. I can always still franchise tag him. Rankins is going to walk. Joyner's going to walk. McGovern, I don't know if we need him. Blake Cashman. Well, we could. This would really facilitate our move into a 3-4. If we lose Blake Cashman. I don't want to lose him. Blake Cashman's back and on a cheaper deal. That's nice. Chuma Edoga is not particularly good. I want to see what else is available in free agency. Same thing with Connor McGovern. I can bring those guys back, but I'm not pressured to. And then Marcus May. I'm going to franchise tag him again. This is big. Increase the likelihood of offensive linemen signing through free agency. And how about halfbacks as well? We might end up going after one. You never know. Don't really need linebackers too much. So do scheme fits and then down to, we don't really need corners. Can I not get that until I do this? All right, probably can't. Okay. But we should be able to go crazy in free agency if I want to. Not that I will, but we should be able to. Quentin Nelson is here. Yes. There it is. We're going to get him. Terry McLaurin's here as well. Scary Terry could be the missing piece at receiver. To Darius Smith, Matt Ioannidis, a bunch of really, really good players. Gotta love free agency. Got Tyler Bass. Let's go. Big kicker upgrade. We also got Scary Terry and Quentin Nelson. Massive, massive additions to our team. Quentin Nelson, of course, stud. Interior offensive lineman. Elijah Vera Tucker has experience playing both tackle and guard. I might play him at right tackle. And Terry McLaurin is such an amazing upgrade to our offense. It's like, this is going to make things so much better for Zach Wilson. Scary Terry's a monster. Elijah Moore in there already. And then we have Corey Davis, who is not like a long-term solution, but he's a solid 3. So I'm probably just going to keep him around and probably re-sign him after this year. Probably. We don't really know. And then defensively, I like our outlook. I talked about facilitating a move to a 3-4 with some of these players. And we really could. We really could. Not sure that I will, but it's on the table. It's an option. I also tweeted out what team should I rebuild next not too long ago. So if you guys ever want to get involved, hit me up on Twitter at Bengal YouTube. I ask questions like this all the time. The link is down in the description. Make sure to click that. Make sure to follow. And I've been giving away a couple codes for Madden 22 as well. So if you want Madden 22 for free, the Twitter's the place to be. Link in the description. Follow me. Dr. Seuss in the building. What? Also, we pick at number 7 overall. Let's go ahead and check out the draft board for the first time. Where else do we pick? 7, 16, and 22. Wow! Look at these corners. What do you mean? Oh my god. A- zone and man. And you have A zone and A- man. Oh my god. Look at these corners. I'm moving up for one of the corners. They're both going to be amazing. I really want the one with A for, what was it, man coverage? A man coverage, just because that's crazy. But am I really going to trade up to number 1 for a corner? Maybe. You know, I'm insane enough to do that. A zone, A- man. Like, what are we doing here? I'm moving up to number 1. They can't stop me. Trading number 7 overall, a 5th and a 3rd next year for number 1 with my Detroit Lions. Even though I'm not a Lions fan, I kind of am this year. My main franchise on the channel this year is the Detroit Lions franchise. I know many of you guys know that, but some of you new to the channel don't know that. So if you like gameplay and someone who's really bad at it, make sure to check out Lions franchise. There's a playlist on the channel uploading a lot of videos of that. And yeah, this is an insane move up to number 1, but it's so worth it. This player is going to be insane. A zone and A- man, are you kidding me? Ran pretty well at 4.45. He's going to be insane. Had to do it. 81 overall, number 1 overall player in the draft. Star or better development. 83 man, 86 zone to go with 91 speed. 79 awareness, 77 play rec. It's tough to get a better player than that in the draft. He was number 1 for a reason. I'm okay with trading up to get him. He's unreal. Pick 16 now. There are a couple of good running backs, but I think Lamar Winston might be the best one. A+ carrying, ran 4.37. Really, really good. I mean, they're both pretty good, to be honest. But, and even one of these guys, early first rounder, Travis McCloud. Do I really want to take a running back at 16? No. Had to think about that one. Jarek Drake's going to be available in the 2nd round, probably. So if we want a running back, I should wait. Lane Hogan's okay. Joe Gilmore looked really good. And then we're completely done worrying about receiver forever. Trading a 1st round pick to the Saints for Cesar Ruiz. I think he's going to fill in perfectly at right guard or center. Of course, played center at Michigan too. And that's where one of my 1st round picks goes. And I could take that receiver I was talking about, or I could take this 1st rounder and turn it into another offensive lineman. Not Eric McCoy, but Eric McCoy would be awesome. Okay, big trade. A 1st and a 3rd this year for Frank Ragnow. 91 overall center. It's a lot to move for him. It is. But I think it's a missing piece of our team that makes us unstoppable. So, had to be done. Trading a 2nd and a 6th, the rest of my draft for Javonte Williams. The reason why I wanted to do this is he's going to have a chance to be our starting running back. And we recreate that magical UNC backfield. Well, no Sam Howell, of course. He's still in college. Well, not at this point, but, you know, he's not in the game. So, Michael Carter, Javonte Williams back together. I think it's kind of a fun pairing. Thunder and lightning, even though Michael Carter, like, isn't lightning. He's more like if lightning was kind of slow, but kind of surprised you with where it went. It was a little shifty. I don't know what I'm talking about. But Javonte Williams is definitely thunder. And our team is definitely really, really good. Moving in the right direction. Javonte Williams has no morale. Why is he playing down so much? He's like, I try to get away from this guy. But he's back together. I guess he doesn't want to start at fullback. Kenny Yeboah is in there, like him. Javonte Williams will start, as will Elijah Moore. The offensive line looks really, really good now. And you better watch out for this Jet team going forward, because it's going to be amazing. And what do I do with Lindsey Grimes? I want to start him. I'm going to play him over J.C. Jackson. Just going to do it. Do I want Selfless on for Tyrann Mathieu? I probably don't. He's going to be our slot corner still. Going to give him shutdown. Let's do that. And Leighton Vander Esch, I don't think Relentless is going to be all that good. Let's give him Selfless. Maybe. Let's give him Run Stuffer. We'll see how that plays. And this team is really starting to look pretty good. If the development trade of that corner we drafted is better than Star, which I hope it is. I hope it is for that sick of a player, number 1 overall player in the draft. He should be really, really good. Our team should be just unreal. We have momentum from last season. It's just, do we start out 0-7 or are we actually okay to start? That's going to be the difference. Because the team is way better than it was last year. It's way better. But how good are we actually going to perform? 2-5. I don't get it. I don't get why we're not playing well. Genuinely confused. Really am. 8th best offense in terms of yards. Is it our defense that's really just holding us back? Worst defense in the league. Time for a playbook change. I mean, I've been trying to rock out with Robert Saleh's defense. It's terrible. By the way, as you can see from defense, just went in to change the playbook, and Lindsey Grimes has superstar dev. It's not superstar X Factor, but it is the next best thing. Pretty good. Lindsey Grimes, future superstar, even though he has superstar dev. That's pretty much what that means. So he's looking pretty good. Who do we have to re-sign? Oh, some big players. We should have the money. Mekhi Becton's going to be the big one. I'm definitely okay with a 5-year deal from him. He's our franchise left tackle. Got to lock that down. Carl Lawson, want to keep him. I think a 4-year deal is fine. See, superstar development means that 28 years old really isn't too much of a problem. Marcus May, we know how I feel about that. Corey Davis, I don't know yet. And then Cesar Ruiz, want to re-sign him long-term. 5-year deal is good for me and good for him. And then Ashton Davis, we'll make a decision about later, I think. Corey Davis, Marcus May. I don't really want to think about that right now, just because I don't know. I don't want to hand out a contract that I'm going to regret later. So we're going to simulate to the playoffs. I don't think we're out of the running yet. We have 5 losses. Let's say we win 10 games and go 10-7. That's probably a playoff team. We would go 7-10 again. Decent second half of the season, I guess, even though nothing crazy. Zach Wilson led the league in yards. Had 42 touchdowns. Was overall just very, very good. Our offense was crazy good. Zach Wilson's probably going to go up to superstar X Factor. Our defense was garbage. Zach Wilson was great. Javonte Williams and Michael Carter really aren't doing a whole lot right now. They don't have to. Terry McLaurin goes for over 1,616 touchdowns. Herndon over 1,000 yards, 4 TDs. Elijah Moore, a really good season as well. Corey Davis, pretty good too. Defensively, Tyrann Mathieu had 130 tackles. Carl Lawson had 17 for loss, including 11 sacks, 10 for John Franklin Myers, 9.5 for Quinnen Williams. Interceptions, 5 for Mathieu, 5 for May, 4 for Aluakun, 3 for Lindsey Grimes. Really not too bad. I don't know why our defense is performing as badly as it is. Like, they're so bad. Allowed 473 points. Just not going to cut it. It's just not. I don't know who to go to, but man, we got to change something up. Christian McCaffrey wins MVP. Zach Wilson at number 9. And then AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Patrick Mahomes. Zach Wilson at 4. Defense Player of the Year, Joey Bosa. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Bruce Horn. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year is Lindsey Grimes, up to an 85 overall already. We missed out on the playoffs. our defense is holding us back. I have to figure something out because we have a 90 overall defense. That clearly isn't the issue, but our defense is killing us. Ooh, Lindsey Grimes with a skill point. Did you get upgraded? Nope, still superstar, but imagine he's going to get a lot of XP for winning Defense Rookie of the Year. 6,000. What do I want to upgrade on him? Zone coverage, probably. Just get him a little bit more balanced. So we will do zone. Slot might have upgraded that anyway, but I want to make sure it gets touched. +2. Okay, so 30 million to bring these players back. Marcus May went up to superstar development. You're making this tough for me, Marcus, because you're 31 and you're regressing. Oh, am I going to franchise tag him again? Ashton Davis is now 27. Let me look at the team, because we don't necessarily need to bring back 2 safeties. Ooh, Scary Terry, superstar X Factor. Zach Wilson, superstar X Factor. Massive, 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 massive from the boys on offense. Defensively, Quinnen Williams, superstar. We knew about Grimes. It's so tough, dude. Tyrann Mathieu could move back to safety. Then we'd have Lindsey Grimes, J.C. Jackson, and is it Greg Barclay? He doesn't exist, so I shouldn't need to know it, but it is Greg Barclay. Those are 3 good receivers, or 3 good corners, excuse me. Tyrann Mathieu at safety. I get that Marcus May is like the best player on the Jets right now on their defense in real life, but at this point, he's 31. He's still okay back there. Ashton Davis is 27. I don't really know that we need to keep both these guys. I think it's decision time. Who would I rather have? I don't know. We'll have to look at it. Corey Davis, not interested in signing. Ashton Davis is just a better long-term play than Marcus May. And he's probably going to be cheaper as well. 3-year deal from him. Marcus May wants 3 years for more than twice as much. I just have to let him walk. It's just what it is. It's what it is. And then Braden Mann and Denzel Mims both resign as well. I'm sorry, Marcus May. There's just really not a spot for you on the team right now. And Corey Davis, same deal. And he doesn't want to resign. But I'm not going to overpay somebody just to keep him around. What, do we want to go 7 and 10 again? We need a culture change. Clearly. I don't really think we need to sign anybody in free agency. I kind of like the team the way that it is. I know it's not performing. I don't have much to say about that. Our defense just sucks. Defense is playing really, really badly. Tyrann Mathieu back to safety. He was down to like an 86 overall corner. I know he's 32. He's definitely a lot slower than he used to be. Man, regression hurts. But Tyrann Mathieu still should be pretty good. Corey Davis rejected my contract. I tried to sign him for cheap. We do need a third receiver, kind of. I figure we could just draft that. I don't know where we pick in the draft, but there are usually some okay receivers that kind of linger. We pick at number 12. We've been underperforming. It's sad, but it's how it is right now. Ooh, Miles Jenkins looks really, really solid. Early first-round tight end in the 3rd. Austin Kendricks looks amazing. That's my 2nd-round pick. It's actually a pretty good draft class with some good value down the board. But I think I want to trade up for Miles Jenkins. We might have to move up to number 2 to make it happen. I can guarantee you I'm not trading up to number 1 to get him. So if he goes to number 1, congrats to the Lions. Ben Spillman, they take an 80 overall corner. Pretty good. Pretty good. And I am going to make a move up. It doesn't take a lot to move up to 2 here, because we're not really that far back. And I will use my little glitches, which is going into managed staff here, and upgrading my player personnel with the staff points I've accumulated to make it easier to trade for CPU draft picks. A 1, a 5, and a 3 gets it done. We move up only 10 spots. It's not anything crazy, but we are moving up for a receiver. It's not like it's moving up for a quarterback like we've seen in real life recently. Bernard Kobe looks like he sucks, or Cody. But Miles Jenkins looks pretty good. Last time I remember a Louisville receiver going in the 1st round was Devontae Parker. Tutu Atwell, I think it was a 2nd-round pick. Definitely not a 1st, but I think he went in the 2nd. I think like 52 overall to the Rams. Miles Jenkins is the next man up. Number 2 in the draft, took him number 2. Star or better development. He's my third receiver. Immediate upgrade, honestly, over Corey Davis with his age alone. He's like minus 1 or 2 overall points, but he's 21 and might have a better development trait. Pretty clear and obvious upgrade for me. Or who's available in the second round? There are some good players. There really are. Any on my draft board still? Yes, the tight end, but also pretty good safety. Really good safety. We don't need him, though. I'm going to take the tight end instead. 76 overall, star or better development for Austin Kendricks, number 7. Took him at 44. Looks really good. Route running deep isn't the best. Never is for tight ends, but really good run block, honestly. Great speed. Pretty good catching and catching traffic and spectacular catch. A lot to like with Austin Kendricks. Trading my second round pick next year and a 4 this year to move up back in the draft to number 13 overall. And that is going to be for that safety. Just a good depth pickup. That's my Marcus May replacement, even though Tyrann Mathieu's starting. Bernard Connor looks really, really, really solid. Can fly. Good hit power. Great special teams player, if nothing else. And he's a number 3 player in the draft. Star or better development. 93 speed. Good zone coverage. Good hit power. Good pursuit. Nice tackling. Block shed's low, but doesn't really matter. And that's going to be the draft for me. Really, really good draft. I'm also going to look to sign a free agent fullback just to fix my team a little bit here. Never mind. Disconnected. That happens after every offseason, by the way. Let's get Lane Mays. That's a fullback name if I've ever heard one. Out of, was it Oklahoma as well? Might have said Georgia, maybe. So this is the team for, I think this is the 4th season. Might be the 3rd. Easy way to check that is Zach Wilson. So his experience is 3 years. That makes him going into his 4th year. So this is going into season 4. The offense looks amazing. The defense also looks really, really good. I'm going to start Connor over Davis. We just have better long-term potential with him. I would have started Ashton Davis if he wasn't so good. 78 overall. Hybrid player. Super young. Just, I like him better long-term. It's just kind of what it is. So the team's great. Are they actually going to perform? That's the big question. Hopefully we are not 0-7 at the midseason mark. That's more like it. 4-2 at the midseason mark. The Patriots are undefeated. The Patriots are 7-0. What's going on with the Patriots, dude? What's going on with the Patriots? Our offense, not amazing. The Patriots seem to be crushing it. Really solid offense. Is it their defense that's carrying them, though? No. The Patriots should not be 7-0. They're fluking it. They're not going undefeated. No shot. No shot. We're 4-2. We're really not in a position where we're absolutely going to make the playoffs right now. The Dolphins are also 4-2. Who's going to be a free agent? Is this Zach Wilson time? It is. I haven't seen 5th-year options pop up. Maybe I'm skipping past those weeks accidentally, but I have not seen those pop up. Blake Cashman's there. Vera Tucker, Carter, Williams, Moore, Wilson. If we're going to do another season after this, I got to bring Zach Wilson back. He's really not even that expensive. Is he going to sign this? Okay, that's not even bad. Vera Tucker back as well. So I brought back AVT, Elijah Moore, and Zach Wilson. Haven't done anything with Williams or Carter yet. I don't feel like I have to. Playoff time. We go 12-5. We win the division. The Patriots also make the playoffs, and that's exactly who we're facing in the wild card round. Finally, a playoff berth for this team. Took long enough, and it's a great team, too. Offense, top 5 in the league. Zach Wilson was incredible. Joe Judge is with the 49ers now. Defense was about middle of the pack. Zach Wilson, 300 yards, 42 TDs, 13 picks. Still not much of a running game. It's not terrible, but receiving. Miles Jenkins out of Louisville as a rookie goes for 1,600 yards and 10 touchdowns. Already had superstar dev. I forgot to check. He has superstar development. He's already up to an 86. Oh, okay. Okay. That's pretty good. Terry McLaurin went for 1,100 yards and 11 touchdowns. Austin Kendricks as a rookie tight end went for over 1,100 yards and 6 TDs on over 100 catches. Elijah Moore really didn't even do too much. really didn't even do too much. Okay. Foyesade Aluakun, 122 tackles, 5 for loss, 1.5 sacks, 15 tackles for loss, and oh my goodness. For Pamphile, if you see sacks, Carl Lawson put up 20. He's going up to X Factor. Quinton Williams, 13.5, 6.5 for Pamphile, 4.5 for John Franklin Myers. Interceptions, not really a ton, but that's a pretty good year. Our defense still isn't all the way performing as well as they should be, as McCaffrey wins MVP, Zach Wilson at 10, AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Nick Chubb, Zach Wilson at 4, Defensive Player of the Year is TJ Watt, Carl Lawson at 2, Offensive Rookie of the Year, of course, it's going to be Miles Jenkins, Kendricks at 3, Ramon Cochran at 9, okay. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Joe Dalton, and then Bernard Connor at 8. We didn't see his dev trait. He's only an 80 overall. It's likely to be star. That would be my bet. But we are definitely better than the Patriots. Probably going to lose to them anyway. Let's check out the team. We'll see the dev traits. It's going to be star. It's going to be star. Oh, Kendricks has superstar. Okay. 2 superstars in the same draft class. That's not bad, especially when I didn't expect Kendricks to be superstar dev at all. And then defensively, Connor, of course, does have star. I'll put Ashton Davis back there for the time being. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. 2 superstar players and a star. We'll take that. And we'll see if we can beat the Patriots here in the wild card. Let's get past them. Both 12-5. Something's got to give. And something gave. We got crushed. 42-21. Off-season time. That was a lot of fun. A quick playoff run. Gotta love that. Miles Jenkins. Did he go up to Superstar X Factor? No, he didn't. He didn't. But he did get an extra skill point here. We'll do route runner on him. Get his route running better overall. So we'll take that. And an ability slot as well. Deep out elite works for me. No dev trait upgrades for the offense. What about on defense? Pamphile. Superstar now. We just got superstars all over the place. Goal line stuff. That feels terrible. Where's edge threat? I like edge threat. Doesn't have it yet. Blake Cashman already regressing. I say already. I guess he's 29. Blake Cashman's not going to be the guy. We are going to let Michael Carter walk to bring back Javonte Williams. I mean, can we get both of them? Might be able to swing it. Might be able to swing it. Maybe not, though. All right, we got both of them back. And that's all the money that exists in the world. We're all out. Round 1, pick 23. I guess I should have looked at the draft class. Didn't do it. I'm looking for a fullback. That's going to be my round 4. I don't really need offensive line. I don't need receiver. I don't need anything, really. You know what they say, never enough running backs. 49ers method, Robert Saleh, it makes sense, even though he probably wasn't calling the shots on that. Luke Garner, star or better dev, 76 overall, number 8 in the class, Sigma 23. He's not going to play fullback. He's actually pretty good, but he's not going to play. All right, round 4, it is fullback time. Dontrell Vincent, oh, yeah, looking amazing. 70 overall. Doesn't get better than that. Maybe it does. But that's going to be it for the draft. Killed it. Just straight 1970s draft. Running back. Fullback. Got to pick up a flanker next. We got a 90 overall team. If we don't make the playoffs this year, I'm going to be furious. Which there's no excuse at this point because our team's really, really good. Ooh, we're not getting hit off the servers here. Love that. It's nice to see. Jenkins is a higher overall than Elijah Moore already. It's kind of insane. And then defensively, yeah, I guess we'll keep Ashton Davis in there. Team's great. They just got to perform. Oh, that's right. Don't have Blake Cashman anymore. Well, Taylor Villarreal, you're playing right outside linebacker. He's actually going to be pretty good out there. But man, I didn't really see that coming. I forgot about Blake Cashman being a starter. 79 overall. He's going to work out just fine. There they go. Love that. 5-2 now at the midseason mark. doing quite well, I would say. Finally playing to our potential. The Patriots are 6-1. They're not messing around. The Patriots seem to be very, very good in this franchise so far. But that's okay. That's okay. We are just going to be better than they are. Ooh, did I draft anybody? Did I draft anybody? I drafted a running back. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're just going to simulate to the playoffs. It's the last season. Hopefully we have a good run. We built a sick team. They better perform. 12-5 again. 96 offense, 89 defense. We're in the wild card. The Patriots went 14-3. They just are better than we are. Zach Wilson, second best offense in the league. 39 touchdowns. Defense was top 10 in terms of yards allowed. Awesome. Zach Wilson, about 5,500 yards, 39 TDs to only 8 picks. Javonte Williams averaged only 3.6 yards per carry, but just kept getting fed the ball. 22 touchdowns. Wild. They just kept giving it to him. Receiving, Elijah Moore, 1,500 yards, 10 TDs. Terry McLaurin, 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns. Miles Jenkins, 9 TDs for him, almost 900 yards. Our receiving core is unreal. And then Austin Kendricks was not as good as he was his rookie year, but pretty good still. Defensively, wow. I saw sacks. Oluokun had 112 tackles, though 6 for loss. 14 tackles for loss for Nick Pamphile, who also had double-digit sacks. But Carl Lawson put up 24.5. NFL record. He didn't actually go up to Superstar X Factor at any point. That definitely led the league in sacks, though. 11.5 for Quinnen. 5.5 for John Franklin Myers. 5 for Taylor Villarreal. 6 picks for Greg Barclay. Okay. Not expected to see him there. Not expecting to see him there, but he played really, really well, I guess. We just played, the best we've played all rebuild, which is nice. Sequins MVP. Kellen Mond at 8. Offensive Player of the Year, Mahomes. Wilson at 5. Defense Player of the Year, Myles Garrett. Carl Lawson at 2. Maybe Carl Lawson didn't lead the league. Garner at 3 for Offensive Rookie of the Year, a running back. And then Ricardo Mims for Defensive Player of the Year. What about sacks here? How many did Myles Garrett have? We can see that in league. Myles Garrett had 23, but 24 tackles for loss. So Carl Lawson will go up to Superstar X Factor. Tell me we can beat the Jags in simulation. I can't end on a loss like this. Thank you. 26-10. We win. And you know what? I'm jumping into Super Sim here. Up 7-0. Now 14-0. Ravens can't get on the board so far. It's going to be 21-0. The Ravens can't do anything. 28-0. Finally, they scored TD. But we are unstoppable right now. The Ravens have no answer. Even though their offense is getting going in the second half, their defense just isn't playing well enough. Final score, 42-21. It was over in the first half. That's how you crush it. Zach Wilson, 3 touchdowns, 250 yards passing. And we are in the conference championship. And of course, it's the Chiefs. They're pretty good. They got a 91 offense. Guess what? We have a 96. 84 defense. We have an 89. 92 overall versus 87. Let's take the team meeting. It's a playoff blizzard. It always seems to be. What do you want here? Blizzard-like conditions. I hear ya. I hear ya. Tyrann Mathieu getting the locker room hyped up. I like it. And then that weird turn. All right. Game day goal. Business as usual. Beat the Chiefs. Okay. We got a hot opponent. Press conference. We're going to be confident. We're not going to insult our opponent. But the Chiefs are playing well. Players love plus 10 break tackle. We are going to also have plus 10 break tackle, play rec tackle, all that. So it's going to be a crazy game. A lot of offense probably. Conference championship time. Let's shut down the Chiefs. Easier said than done. But we are better. We should play better. Up 7-0. Ooh, about to be 14-0, and it is. Chiefs score really quickly, though, but as do we. And it is back and forth right now. 28-13 into the second half. Chiefs get stopped. We go up 35-13. Chiefs fighting back. 35-21. Make it 35-28. Oh, my goodness. Did we just get intercepted? What's going on? We're making a huge stop. We made a huge stop. Greg Barclay with the pass breakup, and that should be the game. We managed to hold off the Chiefs. They made a big comeback. It wasn't enough in the end. We are headed to the Super Bowl. 4 touchdowns for Zach Wilson. Let's go. No fumbles either. I guess he just got to stop. I don't really know what happened that they got the football back like that near the end of the game in order to make that comeback, but it doesn't matter. We win. Super Bowl time. Finally. This is why you play the game. Big upgrades across the board for the boys. Love to see it. And we'll see who we face in the Super Bowl. Dev traits will be upgraded if they're going to be. This is the week where it happens. And it's the New Orleans Saints. They only went 9-8 with a really, really good team. And that's a team that's dominated the entire simulation as well. Let's check it out. Show me some upgrades. Elijah Moore, Superstar X Factor. That's huge. And then defensively, I don't see any upgrades. I'm going to say we probably didn't have any. That's my great bet. And also, by the way, Luke Garner has Superstar Dev. And he had it when we drafted him. This is a really, really good team with a lot of great depth. This team is nuts. I keep saying that every video. We're just building some really good teams this year because I'm just doing whatever it takes. But Super Bowl, Jets, Saints. Who comes out on top? Hopefully the Jets in this case. 92 versus 89. This is a pretty close matchup. Down early, but we answer right back, tying things up at 7. Saints go ahead by a field goal, but we answer right back with a touchdown, as do the Saints. 17-14. We take the lead 21. The Saints already take it back. 31-21. A field goal makes it 31. Now 31-31. Things are going too fast. I can't even commentate. We're down by 2 touchdowns. Big touchdown there. And what is it? 2nd and 9. We're in the 4th quarter now. We need to stop. I think they just converted. That's big. We need to stop, man. I'm jumping in. 3.5 minutes to play. They have a superstar QB. Alvin Kamara in the backfield. And down goes their quarterback. It's Lindsey Grimes on a cornerback blitz. Don't really expect him to be sacking the quarterback, but that takes them to the edge of field goal range here. 2nd and 23. We're going to be on a Luakun. Got to shut it down. Getting pressure would be huge here. And that's going to be a completed pass. Call the timeout. It's 3rd and 12. We really need a turnover. I just don't think it's going to happen. They're going to end zone. Thankfully, it's not caught, and it's tipped to Tyrann Mathieu. We got the interception we needed. Oh, my goodness. I thought Michael Thomas was going to moss us. Tyrann Mathieu, right place, right time, and the backflip. And a touchdown will tie the game. That was only the first turnover of the game. 3rd and 10. I think Terry McLaurin will get open. If not him, Elijah Moore. Elijah Moore should be able to get open. He didn't really. Is that open? It is. Kendricks, diving catch. Almost throwing into Marshawn Lattimore zone. It's 4-down territory. I'm okay with not converting on that, because I think someone's going to figure out a way here. Let's slant Elijah Moore. And we should have Moore open, or if not, underneath to Miles Jenkins. 1st down from him. That's open down the field. Lobbing it. Scary Terry again. He's down to the 2-yard line. We're going hurry up. That takes a lot of time off the clock. Little RPO action. We're going to hand it off. Garner, get into the end zone. Touchdown. 44-45, down by 1. And I'm telling you, I'm really thinking about going for 2 here. I'm really thinking about it. Coach adjustments here. Hold on. Let me go to substitution. I absolutely want to take Luke Garner out of the game. Oh, Javonte Williams, is he gassed? Or is this just not his formation? I would like him on a power, I think. We can run on this line. I'm going for it. We're going for 2. Up the middle. 2-point conversion. Successful. We go up 46-45 with 14 seconds to play. Big comeback. We have all the momentum. It's not looking good for the Saints. I'm going to blitz with Carmichael. We got some guys we're leaving open on purpose. And that's going to be caught by Michael Thomas. They're going to call a timeout, and they have 1 second left. 1 second left. Game on the line. They need a Hail Mary. And we need to get in there. Lobbing, end zone. Super Bowl on the line. Incomplete. And the New York Jets have won it all. Super Bowl champions. Zach Wilson has brought it home. The Lombardi Trophy is coming back to East Rutherford, New Jersey for the first time since 2011 when the Giants did it, and 2007 when the Giants did it, and 1990 when the Giants did it, and 1986 when the Giants did it. How intolerable am I going to be? It's like Yankees with the 27 World Series, even though I am a Yankees fan. But, yeah. Big time win. The Jets are Super Bowl champions. We've won it all, finally. There it is. Game over. Rebuild over. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'm glad you're liking these type of videos. If this is your first time on the channel, there are a lot more of these, so make sure you're subscribed and check out the playlist. And that's pretty much going to do it for me, guys. If you want to suggest a rebuild to do next, make sure to hit me up on Twitter at Bengal YouTube. And if you like streams and such, twitch.tv/Bengal, other games, my second and third channel are linked in the description. I have my Instagram in there. And yeah, I just appreciate you guys watching and enjoying the videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.
It's insane, I hit it at the park, bend bones. See me high step to the end zone. My life like a game, Nintendo. Playing with the best, let them know. Get off the track, the train's coming through. Yeah, promise you get in my way, then you best believe I'ma just run over you. Yeah, yeah. Papa turn, taking it back to the house. Defensive joke, I'm laughing so loud. Speed burst good.